This is David and Susan, and today we're answering a question. One of our viewers was looking at our method for cutting a small diameter extreme leaner. And in those situations, after you've established the front of your hinge, if you push your bar through in a bore cut to make the back of the hinge, you often don't have enough room back there to keep your back strap. And that's a problem. So we use a method to get around that. And he asked if he should use that method on a tree he has the fellow that wrote has a 14-inch diameter red oak leaning at a 45-degree angle, and he wondered if he should use that angled back cut to keep his back strap. So we make a plan for every tree we cut. And sometimes it's very quick. I just do it in my head, but I know what I'm going to do and what the tree should be doing. So I drew this out. This is the kind of the thought process I go through. So this is a 14-inch diameter circle, and when you make your front cut, of course, we make a front cut right here, and we cut downward at an angle until the front of our hinge is 80% of the diameter. That's the method we use. So 14-inch tree, 80% of that is 11.2 inches. So we cut into the stem of that tree until I know I've got 11.2 inches. Then I make this cut and take out that face. And that open face then allows the tree to turn on the hinge. Then you have to do a bore cut to establish the back of the hinge. And the rule of thumb on that is you want your hinge thickness to be up to 10% of the tree's diameter. And on a 14-inch tree, you're looking at 1.4. I just called it 1.5, and that's this dotted line. Because it's an extreme leaner, an extreme leaner's got a lot of pressure coming down on that hinge. I bumped that out to 2 inches. Now, if you make it too thick, you'll create a barber chair. So 1.5 to 2 inches is what you're looking for. So we're going to have to do a bore cut to establish that. So we take the chainsaw bar, get it into the tree, and punch it through to establish that hinge. And I drew out 4.5 inches here. You may not run this perfectly straight. So I drew out 4.5 inches for the thickness of this bar going through. And that leaves us with 4.25 inches of back strap. That's plenty of wood. If the tree is solid, that's plenty of wood. So he doesn't need to use any special techniques on that tree. He can just do a bore cut that is with the bar, with this surface of the bar perpendicular to the stem of the tree, and he'll have plenty of room there to work. Now, normally, if a tree is vertical or nearly so, I'll start into the tree with the bore cut, and I'll angle back that way so I don't screw up and cut the hinge. And on that method, after you punch through all the way, you'll bring the back of the bar down to get your hinge thickness right, hook your dogs in, and then swing the bar until you get that hinge thickness the same all the way across. In this situation where you're a little short on space up here, you get into the tree, you bring this parallel to the front of your hinge, and you push that straight through. The trick there is to get an eye down here where you're looking along this line. If you can look along that line, then you run this bar through parallel to that line. And once you've done it a couple times, it's second nature to you. You'll be able to do that very easily. So anyway, so that's those are the numbers, and I would not do anything special on that leaner except to maybe make my hinge just a little thicker than normal to support that weight of that leaner pushing down on it. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for any questions or comments, and we'll catch you next time.